Hello and welcome back to the When You're Podcast, the podcast for when you're doing anything. Today we're talking about when you're sore. Guys, I've been working out a lot. Well, not a lot, but it's just regular, all right? But every now and then, you go, you push it, you know what I'm saying? You do a little more than you usually do. And well, when that happens, dude, it's just the worst feeling it's not the worst, but it's just like the next day when you wake up, you know what I'm talking about? When you just, it just feels like everything's like, it hurts. It's just like, ow, ooh, ah, ee. That kind of sore from a workout. There's so many various levels to it, but I thought I'd just come on here and talk about what I'm working through. So, there are multiple. I think getting sore in the legs hurts the most, just because, not because it's like, you have to walk every day. You have to get up, you have to walk. So like when you're sore from working out your legs, doing a leg day, it's just like, ow, ooh, everything is just terrible. It's an awful way to just do your thing. You know what I mean? It hurts. And for the most part, look, I know there are ways to like remedy it and other stuff like that, but I'm just talking about like that initial pain, that initial feeling of like, man, I really did a number, or I really went too hard on it. You know what I'm saying? So then there's arms. Arms sore also hurts. I've felt it sometimes, not as often, because it's just, I don't know, I feel like you can kind of get over it a lot easier. But with the legs, it's just like you need constant, like you just need to lay down and like massage it or take it easy. But with the arms, it's kind of like, yeah, they'll figure it out, they'll be okay. It hurts, but it feels like, it's fine, it's whatever. Chest soreness, man, that one, you don't realize how often like you need or use your chest, or like what kind of things like affect it. Like sitting up hurts, or having to like, the same with the arms, but it's just like, it feels like your whole motion is limited, or it feels like you have to be a box just to move. It's just like, man, you don't realize the difficulty of it. And then when you press down on it, on your chest, and you're trying to like get rid of it, it's really funny, because it's like, it hurts, but it's funny hurt. It's like you just laugh at it. You're like, oh my gosh, but you can tough it out, I guess. And then whole body soreness. So you do like a full body workout or something, and then you just like, everything hurts. Everything is awful. You got like, your calves are cramping, and you just have like a terrible feeling. You're like, oh my goodness, like this hurts so much. Hurt is the wrong word, but you just feel it. It hits you the next day, Like the day of, when you're doing the workout, you're like, man, I feel good, I feel okay, like I really pushed it, I did a good job. Then you kind of like go back, you shower, you get, you clean up, you're okay, and then the rest of the day you're pretty fine. Then when you go to sleep, and then you wake up the next day, you're like, oh my goodness, I didn't even think, like I was fine the other day, I was fine yesterday, like I didn't have any problems then, but now it's just your body aches, you're kind of just like, oh, I'm so sore from the other day, and now I have to go back out there, I have to exercise to get it, to relieve this, or to overcome this soreness, feel good again. And when I talk about like legs, or like being sore from the legs, I think about like when I used to do like high school conditioning, and that pain walk. I had stairs in my school. There was like these stairwells that you have to go up to for class and stuff. And I remember I had like I think it was like my first period class. It was like my first class of the day. It was kind of upstairs. You had to go upstairs. And I remember that pain walk, that awful like just going to class, getting up the stairs first of all, and then walking to the door, standing up, walking to the next class. Oh my goodness, it hurt so much, but it was kind of like, okay, like we gotta move, you know what I mean? They didn't give you have there wasn't some schools are like in one building, and because it's in one building you can kind of like move a lot easier, or it's like one place to another a lot quicker. But there were like multiple buildings outside that you had to walk to for my high school, but it was kind of like, and they'd only give you like such a short amount of time, but you know, in that time you can obviously make it to your class. But anyways, every step, every single move you made, right, in the direction that you wanted to go, it was just awful. And then you had to actually like, and it was just a constant repeat. And then after the whole day of like you walking around is over, you know, you kind of shrug it off, and then you have to go back to conditioning. You have to go back to it. And that's where I was kind of like, I figured out like how to overcome it, or to like embrace the pain, you know, feel it, and then just kind of like treat it like regular, you know. It'll hurt, it'll be a little sore, you'll be fine, but like you have to tough through it, you have to push, you have to just get it done. And it was kind of the forced way of like looking at it, because you had no choice, right? Like you couldn't have just whine and be like, I can't, you know. You can obviously get up and walk, but it's just like, it hurts, I can't do it, you know. You have to get to your next class, otherwise you'll be tardy, and blah 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 blah, all of those dumb things that they make you do. But anyways, the stairs. So anyways, I was talking about the stairs. I remember I carried this gym bag, because that's where I put like my stuff in there, and I would walk with it. And dude, I remember I would walk down those stairs with everybody going down the stairs. Everybody who was upstairs with me, everybody in my class, everybody in other classes up there, they go down the stairs. Bro, when I tell you, there is nothing that hurts more than going down those stairs trying to keep up with everybody in front of you. It's like, you can't go slow. You have to just go at the pace that everybody else is going, and they're all fine. They're all okay. You know, none of them are hurting like you're hurting. And you're just like, oh my goodness, like we just did sleds yesterday, and now it's catching up to me, and it's hurting. It's destroying me. It's making me feel like I wish I was in a wheelchair, you know, so that way I didn't have to go through this, or like there was an elevator nearby. And it was just stuff like that, again, looking back on it, I was like, it's so funny to think about. But in the actual moment, you're just like, man, I never want to feel this again. But, you know, obviously the pain makes it tougher, and you have a better tolerance for it, which I have now. But, and then I would make like, as I was going down the stairs, I would just like wince or like make groans. I would just be like, music helped a bit, because like I would like listen to a good song or whatever, and I would just kind of like, all right, just focus on the music and breathe and just keep moving, but like I would just be like, you know, just man, it obviously isn't that big of a deal anymore, but I've been feeling a little sore lately, because I did a very, I don't want to say heavy leg workout, but it was just like, I hadn't done one in quite a while, I guess, or I guess that my body's not as used to the exercises I was doing. So because of that, I was just feeling really sore. And then you have to go do another workout. So like a good way to just really get rid of the soreness, or to like have your body get back to normal, is to go out and try it again, or do another workout, or exercise again, or stretch, or whatever you need to do. But I just feel like in that time, or like how I am now, that I can stretch all day, I can do fine, like it's easy now. But in the moment, or like when you're done with that and there's still some left over, you're kind of just like, you know, it's just a bit of a hassle, and you can't like, I mean, you can stretch wherever you want, but it just kind of feels like, I got other things I got to do. I got other things I got to focus on. And it just makes everyday activities hurt. Everyday activities are just like a pain. Things that we don't think about, things that we're like, it doesn't affect me to, like like grabbing a cup, right? When your arms are sore and then like having to walk with it, you don't think that like something so minuscule or something so small could cause a problem for your arm or for how sore you are. But walking to the cabinet, grabbing it, putting it in your hand, pouring like water into it, and then just the weight of it is just like, it feels like, man, my body, it can't handle it. You just like, man, I'm so sore, I can't. And then when you try to stretch or you try to like comfort it, that's where it's just like, oh no, I shouldn't have done that. Or like, you know what I'm saying? It hurts. It hurts all over. It's a real shame is what it is. But anyways, and then lifting stuff. So I remember I was really sore and I think I had to like pick up some boxes, or I had to do something where it was like lifting I think it was the groceries. I had to like pick up the groceries or whatever, and they're filled up bags. And I just remember I had to like take, and I always try to like take all of them in at once, but obviously that's not possible. So you have to do like 2 or 3 trips. But I remember I grabbed the grocery and I just had to like stop for a second and think like, no, that's too many. I have to do lighter. Otherwise I'm gonna hurt myself. I'm gonna really be in pain. So I had to do the smart and responsible soft thing, but I should have toughed it out. I should have done it, But lifting milk gallons or like water, 5-gallon. Oh yeah. So there's like this water fill up spot. I mean, you could just use like, there's like sink tap, I guess, or like the refrigerator gives out water, but like we just have like there's like a 5-gallon jug that we get of like water. So that way it's just like drinking, just to drink it. And that way it's just a lot quicker and it's like at room temperature. So you drink a lot more. But anyways, what I'm trying to get at here is when I have to lift it and my body is sore, you just put all of your might into it and you feel it. You feel every muscle in your body just scream at you. And then once it's over, you're done. You're just like, oh, man. And then you just want to lay down and rest. You just don't want to move any part of your body out of fear that it'll just hurt. You can't do quick movements either. Quick movements or like any kind of like, like when I was in school, I was thinking about like, I was sore one day and then like, I guess I made some sort of quick move or like I needed to like do something really fast. And, dude, I couldn't do it. I got blindsided or I got hit or somebody was faking me out. I think that's what it was. They were like, jumped at me like they were going to jump at me. And I was just kind of like late to it. And when I moved really quickly, I just kind of like, my body was like, that hurts. Stuff like that. Or pushing stuff. So I thought about like, I think there was something I had to push, or there was some sort of like object that was like, I'm trying to think. Maybe it was like, I was cleaning. I was cleaning and I needed to push my furniture or something around my room so that, I think it was maybe my bed because I needed to like clean around it. So I was dusting and I was a little sore and I had to like push it back into the place where it was. And dang, dude, it was just like it took me a while. Like, I don't even want to explain how long it took, but it was just like every single push was just, it was a nightmare. I was like, oh man, I couldn't, it was physically taxing on me. And I was like, why does it hurt so bad? Just like make it quick, you know? But like I said, quick movements, pushing stuff, it all comes back to haunt you really. And then sitting down, you don't think about it, but sitting down, you have to, I mean, it's easy, but sometimes, man, I would think about when I try to sit down on like, well, I usually like when I'm chilling in my bed or whatever, I just like lay down. I don't really sit up or anything. But sometimes after a leg workout and the glutes, you be working them, you know what I'm saying? You be trying to get your squats in and help yourself out down there, but it's kind of like when you sit down from time to time, it kind of is like, dude, why does it hurt? You know what I'm saying? And that's only from exercising, okay? Exercising again, nothing else, okay? So before anybody comments or says anything about the glutes hurting, it's because I was exercising. I was doing a leg day, all right? That's the only reason, all right? So be quiet, all right? That it is what it is. So sitting down is just like, oh, sometimes it's just, I mean, you get used to it. It's just kind of like, whatever, you know? But there is like a kind of a funny thing to it. Like the pain is sometimes like the soreness, like sometimes you can tolerate it. Sometimes there's levels to it, but sometimes you're just like, it's whatever, right? Like you're just kind of like, who cares? Or it's not crazy. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like, you can kind of laugh at it, or it's like, you're like, I kind of like the pain, or it doesn't feel so bad. Or you accept it and you tolerate it a lot more. Like like when I was talking about the chest, when I would like push on it to like massage it or try to like get rid of the soreness, I remember I would push on it and I would laugh at it. I was like, oh my gosh, I was just giggling. I thought it was so funny because it's like, it hurts, but like, it wasn't like I was crying or like I was like in real pain. It was just kind of like it's a soreness, but it made me giggle. It was laughable. It was laughable pain, And then it makes your whole body hurt because you're laughing a little too much, but it hurts, but it's funny. It's like a funny hurt. And I like that kind of pain. I like those moments because now I can tolerate the pain a lot better. But before I was just like, I don't want to be touched or I don't want to massage anything. It's going to hurt and da-da-da-da-da. But it actually like helps out a lot. And it's pretty funny. There are some good moments I've had where it's like with my chest, my arms, sometimes my legs, trying to like massage it or trying to like help my muscles relax or not be so tight or so sore. So doing that is kind of just funny, And it's really beautiful because it makes you feel the whole body. It makes you feel like, okay, everything functions in a way, and it just like makes you appreciate all that your body can do or all that you are capable of, The whole body, I can feel that my arm is hurt or my back is sore or my stomach, not my stomach, what am I talking about? My legs, my body, just like my arms, everything, And it just kind of like, it makes me feel it. Sometimes I don't feel it, right? Like I don't usually feel, I don't feel like lifting a cup, because it's so light and it's like whatever. I don't feel other things, but it just doesn't matter, but it is what it is. So anyways, where I was talking about was I just kind of feel like it makes you enjoy those little bits and pieces or that slice of life that you don't really think about, You don't think about like how your body moves or what. You don't actively all the time go like, man, my arm feels great, or you don't appreciate that like all that your body can do, like I can lift this or I can do that, or I have the strength to do this or I can do that. You know what I'm saying? Like you appreciate it more because you're like, because of your body hurts or your arm hurts or you're sore a bit. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of enjoy the moment, or you enjoy the pain because you're just like, that means like you feel it. You know what I'm saying? You feel the pain. You feel your arm is sore. You feel like, because it makes it known that you were doing something. Like, I was really exercising really hard. I was really, my whole body was capable of doing this and that and lifting this much weight, and now it hurts because I lifted a lot, and now it makes lifting small things a little difficult, but I'm going to go back again and lift more because it makes me feel good, or it makes me feel like my body is strong and capable, you know? And so those kind of things I feel are a way to appreciate, or being sore in a sense is kind of like enjoy it, because like when you feel that way, it's kind of like it's an acknowledgement that your body is like, you're pushing your body, or that you're really alive, or that you feel it, you know? And we only get this one body, so might as well make the most of it. And it just makes you appreciate your body when it's not sore. You know, you can do all kinds of things without it, right? Like running, you know? But when you're sore, obviously you can run. You can do all kinds of activities when you're sore, you know, and that actually helps the pain. But like when you're just like a regular average day doing what, you know, whatever you do, you kind of like, yeah, my arm can move, and I'm flexible, and I can do all these things, and it just makes you appreciate it more, you know? And when you appreciate it, you're kind of like, when you work out or you have a good workout, right? And then you're not sore, you're just like, hey, I've gotten stronger. I feel good, you know? Like, you feel better about it. You're like, the next day you wake up and you're like energized, and you're like, that was a good workout, and I don't feel the pain anymore. And now I'm starting to feel good. I'm starting to feel better. I feel a lot more like me, or I feel, you know, you just like, I feel good. You know what I'm saying? It's just a way to prove to yourself, or to feel that I'm active in my life, and I'm doing things that better my health, that better the way that I feel, and the things that I can do. You know what I mean? You feel stronger. That's it. You get this sense of like, stronger in the sense that you can tolerate the pain, stronger in the sense that you can lift more, or that it takes a certain amount of weight for you to feel sore. You know, I've never lifted, you know, for example, I'm not talking about myself here, but like, for example, it was like, man, I used to not be able to lift 200 pounds, you know, or deadlift or whatever. Now I can deadlift that and be perfectly fine. Like, I used to be so sore after those workouts, or now I lift, now I need to lift even more in order to feel that soreness, or to push through, or to get even stronger, or to make me stronger, you know? I want to feel even more proud, or push through, or get even better, you know, more capable. I want to feel more capable, more able to do things before I can like actually start to feel any kind of like pain or pressure or hurt, you know? So for example, it's like, sometimes if you run, like runners, you know, you run and you think about like when you begin your run, it's kind of like whatever, it is what it is. But after some time, you're just like, yeah, now I got to pick up the pace, or what am I trying to get at here? Is it like, the more capable you are, the more it takes to actually hurt you. So if you're a regular runner, you run like 10 miles every single day easily, then you have to like running a full marathon is like a good push, you know? Man, I'm used to running 10 miles. Now I have to run 10 miles plus, you know? Now I have to go even further. I have to push even harder. I have to do even more, and then after that I'll be sore and it's going to hurt. But I'm going to get up and run again the next day because I'm going to get better and better and better. So it makes you more capable. Whereas if you're somebody who doesn't run like long distances every day, I mean, you run, but you don't run. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't run 10 miles every day. Maybe you run like 4 or 5, and then you're like, well, then a half marathon is more your speed, something that'll push you, something that'll help you out, and then from that you'll feel sore. It's all about the body. It's all about what feels good, right? What can you accomplish? What can you do? And I saw this picture of like, they're two half pictures, and they were of Goku from Dragon Ball Z, which I'm a big fan of. And there was a picture of him when like decades ago, or years and years ago, when he was training with King Kai, and he's kind of like, he's really struggling to handle, because in the show, spoiler alert, he's training like in was it 10 times the gravity? I don't remember. I think it's 10 times the gravity of Earth. He's training there. So like walking, jumping, doing any kind of movement there is hard for him. And then there's another photo of him, and he's on the same planet with King Kai, on the same world. And he's like, he's carrying, or he's pulling, my bad. He's pulling like these heavy weights behind him. And they're like, keep on going. What hurts today will end up becoming your workout. So it's just, or like a warm up, like it'll become a warm up to you. So that's kind of how the way I think about it is that, like, as long as you keep on going, as long as you push through the soreness and show up every single day, you'll eventually get to a point where, like, yeah, that workout that used to be so hard for me at the beginning, yeah, like that's a warm up to me now. Like, I need to do more in order to really get a good workout in. You know what I'm saying? So stuff like that. Now, okay, enough about that. The ways to prevent it, or to like at least help with it, I guess. So there's like a foam roller, or like some sort of like, I don't know, it's some sort of thing to help with like body parts that are sore, maybe the legs, the back, your abs, chest, arms, and whatnot. So you just kind of roll it on your body, or you lay it on the ground and you can roll on it, or you can put your legs on it, and that will kind of like massage it. That's one way. There's also drinking a lot of water, hydrating yourself. That'll help with the soreness. That'll help with a lot of things. You should definitely drink water, but it's like, if you hydrate a lot, you won't feel as sore anymore. I also saw that like if you eat like an orange, there are a lot of foods that help with it as well, just to help you out a lot. But there's that. There's they have like these heat patches. I don't know if those will work, or like if those really help a lot, but I know that they do something to like relax the soreness, or to like help with the how sore it is. I don't know. I don't fully understand it, but I know that they have like those hot and cold patches or whatever, and you can just heat them up and put them on your body and help you out. Then there's the Theragun, the gun with like the thing and it just like it's a massage gun, and it like punches you a bunch, and it's like really quick. It's that one's a good one. I know I used that one, and that one helped with like my legs a lot, and it was just to make sure that my legs were relaxed and they weren't like in pain, or like for me to feel in pain. But like it would really help out a lot. And I would put it at the highest setting and just let it do its thing, just so that way it can feel just so that way I can get the maximum effectiveness, But then every now and then, when there's like a like on my thighs or on like my calves or whatever, there would be like a spot where it's like, ooh, that hurts, and then maybe slowing it down helps as well. The different levels, I guess, vary, but when you do like the lower levels, I don't know, I feel like I'm not taking or like it's not as effective as it could be if it was on the like faster setting or the stronger one. And bananas are also a good one. I mean, foods in general, as long as you eat good, right? I feel like those will definitely help out a lot. I just don't know. Everybody's different. Like, some people are allergic. Like, people could be allergic to bananas. People are allergic to, I don't know, oranges or maybe. I don't know, stuff like that. But everything varies. Everything is different for everybody else. But all I'm trying to get at here is ways to prevent it is staying hydrated. Massages help to ease with the pain, or to like stretching. Stretching definitely helps. If you don't stretch before your workout, you can definitely feel some soreness there. But stretching before and after will definitely help out a lot. So all in all, when you're sore, just push through it. You can do it. You can be stronger. Stronger tomorrow, and you're gonna feel. And when you do get sore, you're gonna feel your body. You're gonna feel everything. You're just gonna appreciate yourself a lot more and what you can do. And stretch, hydrate. Massage helps, or focusing on a particular place, or just getting back to exercising will naturally help your body out in the long run. So anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for listening. I'll talk to you guys all next time. Thank you.